What's up, y'all? This is Tax Generation. This is my road to $1 billion. So, I don't know if I talked about this before, but the difference between obtaining and holding. So, in my life, I have had things and I have lost things, whether that be money or business situations or relationships or even apartments and things like that. And I've come to realize that getting the things and having a goal and getting your goals is important and does need to be stressed, but you also have to consider holding those things. Can you maintain it? Can do you have the skills and the stamina and the energy or whatever else to keep the things that you have gotten? Because it is sort of a different game, of building the business or making the money and being able to, or getting the girl and being able to continuously have it. So that's kind of the stage I'm at right now. A lot of the things that I've been wanting to get, I have gotten. Not all of it, but a good portion of it has come to fruition in a pretty short period of time. And now I'm moving from the, okay, how am I going to get this, to how am I going to hold this? How am I going to be able to maintain this lifestyle? And I think it's all about pacing, like a race. Like, getting your goals isn't like a sprint where you're just, at the very end, you just want to put in all your energy and sprint to the finish line. It's not really like that. It's more like, can you set a steady pace of, what's sustainable, and be patient enough to get where you need to go and beyond. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I have to remember, even as things are improving, everything is going the way I want it to go. I have to maintain those healthy habits that I have put in place back when I didn't have the things that I wanted. So going to the gym, meditation, journaling, um, waking up and going to sleep at decent times, eating proper foods. Just because I get the things that I have wanted doesn't mean that I can abandon the things that got me here. I have to be able to hold it, right? Hold the line, hold the stuff. So that's where I'm at with that. And yeah, this is just a reminder, low-key, for me to continuously do that. Cause I've been slacking on the gym a little bit. Need to go. Yeah. Um, and the second thing is my new application that I'm having with my partner. So he has gotten all the bit. If you've been keeping along, he's gotten his part with the business stuff done. A couple more things I need from him, but things are moving smoothly, and it's now back on me. And when I started to program, I started getting all this like resistance, like the universe is putting in like stumbling blocks. So I get up to start programming, and I'm, doing my whatever on my computer, and then these lines, these horizontal lines start appearing just everywhere. And I'm like, what is going on with this app? And then I realized it was the computer screen glitching out. And then it got so bad that I can't even use the computer screen. It's just completely unusable. It's all glitched out, and it's like, oh my gosh, bro. As soon as I start trying to do something, as soon as it's my time to, like, the final lap, of course, is some junk. But I feel like this always happens. Like, no matter what I'm doing, it's always the final leg of whatever I'm doing. It's always just some nonsense. Um, and you just gotta persevere and go, take a break, come back to it, take a break, come back to it. And I found a solution using an external monitor. I can route the screen, instead of using this screen, route it into this big screen. I would get the computer fixed, but money is tight now. Money is pretty tight. I had to get furniture. I had to move. Um, you know, things like, a lot of my reserves are kind of not where they need to be. So I need to build that up before buying more like stuff, right? So I want to build that up. So that I'm not gonna say that was out of the question, but I wanted to explore my other options before I do that. And we got it fixed, or found a temporary solution, because it's not the most ideal solution because there is a delay. It feels like a 200 or 300 millisecond delay between my inputs and the screen updating, which is just a little annoying. It feels like everything is lagging, but yeah, it's just how things are going to be right now. And after the screen broke, I looked into I keep programming, and you have to compile and build the app, and I click build, and then it's just spinning forever, spinning for an hour, 2 hours, just going on and on. And then it's like, oh my gosh, another problem. So I start deleting the cache, start clearing the build folder, start deleting things that I've added to see if I added something I wasn't supposed to. Nothing works. Going on like that for 2 days, and it's just like, bruh. But even doing research, asking ChatGPT, how do I fix this? It's telling me to delete this file over here, delete this over here, change this, add this, whatever. Nothing works. Even had to go back to Stack Overflow to figure out what in the world's going on. Still nothing. And it's just out the blue. It's just randomly. I was programming, and then it just stopped working all of a sudden. But today, maybe an hour ago, I figured out the solution. I just deleted the entire program, deleted Xcode, and I reinstalled it. And that fixed it. So, whoop-de-doo. So now we're back in business. We can finish up the app, and the app is going to go crazy. Like, I was talking with my partner, and if you are following along, his perspective is like, the app is, we got to make the app perfect, because when we release it, there's a chance it's going to go viral, and we want to be able to capitalize on that and not give people a sour taste, a bad first impression. And my perspective was that, well, we should do a softer release, not aim for perfection, simply because that's really difficult to do. Just like release the app and then continuously iterate until we get to a point where the data, the retention, everything looks good. Then we put a huge marketing push, and then that's how, we should do it that way. Well, he has connections with a bunch of creators. That's part of his contribution. And one of the creators made some content for the app and put it on TikTok, and it's going crazy, like crazy views in a very short period of time, way more than what he usually gets. And the comments are very, very encouraging. Like, the comments are like, yo, what's the sauce? Why are you gatekeeping this app? Like, blah, 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 stuff like that. So just looking at that, he just made a video of him using the app, and then just him using it, and it went crazy. So, yeah, maybe I was in the wrong. Maybe as soon as we release it, there might be viral, a chance for it to go viral. So maybe it should be a lot more polished and, like, not perfect, obviously, but like pretty close, as close as we can before release. So that's pretty cool. But that's really it. That's all I got to talk about. So thank you so much for watching. This is 10X Generation, and I'll see you guys next time.